What's up, guys? ShinyHunterDestroyer here, and I just watched episode 55 of the Pokemon Journeys anime, and you know what? I just need to get this counter. Oh, there it is. And I just have to, alright, there you go. Now I'm ready to start my discussion video on this week's episode titled The Tale of You and Me in the Glimwood Tangle. This episode, guys, just makes me love Chloe so much. Just even more. Not so much, just even more. But it's both. This episode starts off with a good old Chloe doing some reading while waiting for Professor Cerise to finish his work. A book falls down and it turns to a page of a picture of a Galarian PONYTA and a Galarian Rapidash. In Chloe's mind, she gets somewhat of a vision or, a picture in her head of a Galarian PONYTA tending to a Rapidash who seemed to be injured. Chloe would proceed to ask Professor Cerise about the book, and when she learns about where they came from, Chloe, along with Ash and Go, head to the Glimwood Tangle in the Galar region. When they arrive, Ash and Go quickly get carried away chasing a Morlul. Instead of following Ash and Go, Eevee and Chloe are able to spot a PONYTA at the Glimwood Tangle and chase after it instead, since it seemed like it wanted to be followed. Chloe follows the PONYTA all the way down a ravine. Down there was a Galarian Rapidash who was injured on the floor. Just like how the Rapidash was injured from Chloe's vision from before, PONYTA tries to heal post Rapidash, but it's not strong enough as Rapidash still lays down on the ground weak. Chloe shows off her reading comprehension skills and remembers that she read that a specific flower can heal it. PONYTA would lead them out of the ravine and on the way to the flower that Chloe mentioned to hopefully heal Rapidash. Ash and Go try to call Chloe but don't get an answer back. When it starts raining, they spot a little town deep into the forest, so they decide to stay there for a bit. Here is where they meet Opal. When Ash and Go ask Opal if she has seen Chloe, Opal instead gives the famous funny quiz that she gives to every organism on the planet. While all of that is happening, Chloe is following PONYTA, jumping on some mushrooms. PONYTA seemed to have an easy time jumping on the mushrooms. But Eevee and Chloe, not so much. When Eevee and Chloe eventually make it up, they have to stop for a bit just so they can get a little bit of rest. PONYTA gives Eevee a little bit of a hand and uses Healing Pulse on her, healing Eevee's injuries. Eevee follows PONYTA's actions and uses Copycat to heal all of Chloe's little scratches. With that, they're able to carry along for their quest for a specific rainbow flower. They get close to the rainbow flowers, but then 3 Impidimp appear and take Chloe's belongings. Eevee tries to take it back from them, but it seems that the Impidimp are too sly and basically play monkey in the middle with Eevee. Chloe tries to run after them after Eevee, but she gets pitfall trapped. Eevee tries once again, and instead of chasing after the Impidimp, Eevee imitates the Impidimp, which caused them to climb up a tree. Then they proceed to throw berries at each other. Chloe here realizes that the Impidimp just wanted to mess around and have fun, play around and stuff. So Chloe instead gets in with the fun and throws berries together with Eevee and the Impidimp. PONYTA follows along as well, which ended up with all of them just throwing berries and playing with each other. At the end of all this, the Impidimp get the liquid from the rainbow flowers that the group were desiring and handed to them, including Chloe's other belongings that they took as well. With the needed supply to heal Rapidash, they go back to the ravine and Rapidash drinks the liquid from the rainbow flower. This did indeed heal the injury Rapidash had, but Rapidash didn't have the energy to stand up after that as it falls once again. PONYTA uses Heal Pulse on Rapidash and now Eevee uses Copycat and follows. Rapidash stands up and shows that it is now healed. Rapidash lets Chloe ride her and Eevee jumps to the top of PONYTA so Eevee and Chloe can experience a beautiful light show they will never forget while they ride atop of the two. Ash and Go are just finishing the quiz, ending with Chloe arriving at the town. Ash and Go rush to ask Chloe about PONYTA and Rapidash, but the two Pokemon run off. They head back to the Cerise lab where Chloe will be reading the same book that started this whole adventure this episode. Actually, we see her passed out after reading said book, and then she woke up. Ash and Go knock on the door saying that Professor Cerise was done with his work. She heads out of the room, smiles, and closes the door. The pages of the book are magically flipped through as we turn to a picture in this book of a trainer and her Eevee with a Galarian Rapidash and PONYTA. After this moment, the episode comes to an end. Oh God, I got the tingling feelings just from reading that. This episode had something in it for me. That's probably the reason why I liked this episode. I mean, besides it being just a good episode overall, that something would be those tingling feelings and the slight tears of joy I had this episode. What a beautiful watch. Last Chloe episode, I talked about how Chloe's whole development was starting to get, stale, so they should try changing things up and just, mix it up. And, hey writers, if you're listening, can you help with go-to? Thanks. Okay, anyway, I'm really happy with how this episode turned out with Chloe. The way she approached the situation was spot on, and overall, it was very telling to more of her character and her way of thinking. Like, I don't know what I'm saying here, but I know what I want to say. Chloe just let things play out this episode, and I think that was the best part about this episode. She took in everything to understand and learn, even when just reading that book. For example, the Impidimp. She was looking from afar, and once she realized and knew, she knew what she had to do. She looked at the situation and was able to understand, and to be fair, yes, with the help of eevee, but they're a team and they help each other. Evident from, after jumping up from those shrooms with Chloe helping out eevee. They're a good team. More on eevee later though, because more Chloe. Chloe has always had a major aha moment every, Chloe focused episode, and that's usually at the end. Eevee turning back to join Chloe, Yamper battling, and now bonding with Rapidash and PONYTA, a Pokemon anime classic, but tying it together to a different story. The story in the book, it allowed for a great ending. After riding with Rapidash and PONYTA, I thought that was it. I thought we were just going to see Chloe reminiscing about everything, and well, she did. She was doing that. But that picture in the book, if that wasn't there, I don't think this whole thing would have been so memorable to me. I thought they were allowing me to breathe for air at the end, but they took me down further into just the perfectness of this episode. That perfectness would be just that last scene before the episode ended. From Rapidash and PONYTA leaving to that smile Chloe had leaving the special book to the page turns. I can't get over that reveal. There is still more in this episode. Eevee has been such a help with Chloe, and honestly seeing Chloe and Eevee together make me love the both of them more and more. Not only is Eevee cute, but also it just works, especially because it still feels like something new for Chloe, even though Eevee has been here for a while now. What was also really fun was just seeing PONYTA and Chloe just be together. I don't know whether to believe that we will see PONYTA again just because this is the Pokemon anime and the season that is titled Journeys. I'm inclined to believe that we won't see PONYTA and Rapidash again. And either way is fine by me. I low-key wanted Chloe to catch PONYTA because PONYTA's cute, and we all know me with cute, but like seeing just the bonding and how Chloe was able to understand for the most part what PONYTA was feeling and doing and all of that, just being together with PONYTA, it's just awesome. The way Chloe interacts with Pokemon, at least in the Eevee episode with Eevee and now with PONYTA, makes me really hopeful and excited just to see different Pokemon interact with Chloe. I'm trying to understand why they didn't let Chloe just catch PONYTA though. I think the episode really set up well for that, but it just never happened. To be fair, Chloe isn't really someone who looks to catch Pokemon, but they really let us see the bond that the two of them formed so quickly. Also, I kind of wish Opal had more of a part in this episode. Actually, maybe not. This episode wasn't about her. And even though, it was the closest we've gotten to more Galar things in Journeys besides just visiting areas in the region, this episode was so special. So I'm fine with it. The more anime I watch, the more I just feel like an actual reviewer. I was able to see how much the OST that was used in this episode affected my emotions and my tingling feelings. I think they really knocked it out of the ballpark this episode too. This series seems to always know how to just make me cry. And the music definitely affects that, so thank you, Journeys. But anyway, overall, this episode was great. I'm happy with a lot of it. I still don't think it's perfect. There probably is a reason they have to bring Ash and Go to the Chloe-focused episodes, but they didn't contribute too much in this episode. Like I said, the music in this episode was spot on, and it just grows my hope for Chloe's development in Journeys. We're bringing it back, guys. I'm wearing the Chloe shirt for now, but actually the Koharu shirt, because I still prefer Koharu. But also, writers, Go is still in the anime, Anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy, please consider hitting the like button because it's super highly appreciated. If you want to see more content like this, hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more of my videos. Just at the end of your comment, if you leave one in this video at least, just tell me if you think Eevee is cute. Your comment can be anything. but I need to know at the end if you think Eevee is cute. Also talk about the episode, that'd be cool. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Have a nice day, guys. Peace out.